Microbes may be small, but they play a significant role in our lives and the environment around us.
Microorganisms control all of the major biogeochemical cycles on Earth. If microbes stopped doing their function, those major geochemical cycles would stop and life as we know it would cease.
But studying them hasn't been easy, as most of these microorganisms can't be cultivated in a lab. As a microbial ecologist and a bioinformatician, Professor Tyson took a different approach. As a PhD student, he published a seminal paper on metagenomics, proving for the first time that it was possible to sequence multiple microbial genomes at once. Since then, he's become renowned for his development and application of novel approaches to understanding microbial communities.
We're basically able to take any environmental sample, we're able to shear up the DNA from those microorganisms and then reassemble them into their genomes to understand what they're doing. We can overlay transcriptomics on that tells us about what genes are turned on under different conditions, and then we can see what proteins are being produced.
His team has also developed new bioinformatic tools for exploring these complex data sets. These advances have led to many discoveries, including completely new lineages of microbial life and their activities on Earth. In one project, Professor Tyson studied the microbial communities associated with thawing permafrost. Permafrost contains a huge amount of carbon, an estimated 1,500 gigaton globally. As this frozen layer thaws, bacteria can break down the organic matter stored inside, releasing that carbon into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide and methane. Professor Tyson's team uncovered what they believe to be the most dominant methane-producing microorganism in these systems.
We've been able to characterise this organism in detail, understand its role, and actually show that it is directly linked to the isotopic ratio of methane production globally.
More recently, Professor Tyson has also turned his attention to human health, studying microbial communities inside the human body and their link to disease.
When we look at a healthy microbiome versus a dysbiotic microbiome, what we're able to see is very clear differences in the microbial species that are there. Every month, there's about 500 papers that are published linking the microbiome to various disease states.
He co-founded the company Microbiome, which has created diagnostic tests to help people better understand what's happening in their microbiome, and is also developing new therapies for diseases such as inflammatory bowel disease.
One of the motivations for me is always to have that impact on developing new solutions that improve people's quality of life.
Impactful contributions that have now seen him elected as a new Fellow of the Australian Academy of Science.